Well, the trailers for Child Play had me very concerned. It did not look good. Did not like the robot. Well, One Buckethead and I got a chance to check it out. So, let's see if my fears were realized. Gonna let you guys know up front, it's gonna be a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Alright, you're here. So, to differentiate this, I guess, from the other, shall we say, proper Child's Play, this film, buckle up, because here we go, has basically, I can't believe I'm saying this, a disgruntled Vietnamese, ostensibly assembly line worker, except that they're building the dolls by hand, which is ridiculous. 3 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Nope, robots would be making, anyways. Disgruntled Taiwanese assembly line worker, who is basically bullied or shoved by his boss, decides to remove the safety protocols on one of the Chucky dolls that are being sent out. And yes, I understand how absolutely batshit ridiculous that sounds, but that is the plot. Single mom working at the Walmart takes home the evil Chucky, and hilarity ensues. Although, yeah, there was laughing in the theater, but it was not with the movie. All right, we start off with likes, and this is easy. There are none. Now, people are like, oh, wait a minute, Mark Hamill was the voice of Chucky. Yeah, okay, well, good for Mark Hamill, because you got a paycheck. Doesn't affect the movie in the least bit. All right, dislikes. Where to begin? I will, as always, refrain from turning this into a half-hour, diatribe. Let me just say that this film is all check marks and check boxes almost every single thing that I hate about modern horror movies. So, there's a fear of technology. There is the children knowing more than the adults. There is every woman in the show is strong and confident and kicks ass. Every single male in the show is weak and pathetic and predatory, except, of course, for the harmless black security or detective fun-loving guy. Okay? Let's see. There's, drones that can kill people, which is ridiculous. There's, fear of, social media, fear of technology, I mentioned before, but it's all over this thing. And then the big one, technology doing things that it's utterly, totally, and completely not capable of doing under any circumstances, beyond violating the laws of physics. And they weren't even smart enough to say, oh, it's a spirit possessing the doll, so therefore we get kind of a little, okay, you can violate the laws of physics, it's a magical spirit. You've established that canon. No. Didn't do that, no. It's disgruntled Taiwanese guy removing safety protocols because they're stupid enough to think that a robot would have that. I can't go on enough. I've gone on and on about it in a million things. Put this whole jumbled mess of hackneyed cliches, idiocy, fears, and everything else into one pot, and you have a steaming pile of shit. Absolutely nothing redeeming about this movie whatsoever. There is some gore. Ironically enough, the kids are watching one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, not the first, laughing at it, and it has better gore scenes than what's in this, 2019 movie. And then, to add insult to injury, they decide, well, we're going to do a couple little cool, gory things. We're going to have a ground mulcher run over a guy's head. That's cool. If it was supernatural and possessed. But it's not. they tried to play, again, the fear of technology, this thing that Chucky is able to control interconnected devices. At the beginning of the movie, by the end of the movie, he can just control anything. But he's not magic. It's supposed to be grounded in technology, which it's not. Oh, God, it's so stupid. And then, because I promised not to turn this into just, forever, they actually stabbed a robot and beheaded him. And that's what's supposed to kill him. Yep. And, sorry, I just thought of another one. As I'm sitting and watching this movie, I'm like going, okay, make sure you mention that awfulness in the review. Make sure you mention that awfulness in the review. And, 20 minutes in, I'm like, I have too much awfulness to mention. You're going to forget some of them. The non-magical, the technological Chucky never runs out of electricity. You never see him recharge. Yeah. It's just like never running out of bullets in an action movie. I mean, just so stupid. So stupid. Look, again, there's no point. We're just going to, make this simple. Don't watch the movie. Save yourself the time. It's not even a money issue. Just save yourself the time. Cut yourself with a razor. Slam your head against the wall. Try to see, how many aspirin you could fit in your pee hole. It doesn't matter. Anything would be better than watching this movie. Anything spending time, an hour and a half, not watching this movie is time well spent. Alright, it is Pinhead time. There's going to be no surprise here. Whereas you, my man, are always number one in my heart. This is a big, fat, ugly 0 pinheads. It's atrocious, it's terrible. Stay as far away as humanly possible. Alright, well, if you are a fellow PTSD survivor who saw this, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, just let me know that you did not watch this because of what I have said, so that I feel good about saving somebody the horror of watching Chucky, but it's not the right type of horror. I can't stress that enough.